welcome back to my channel. My name is Fahima and today we're gonna be reading my most anticipated romance release of 2024, and there will be 3 of them. First, I will be reading Funny Story by Emily Henry. She's like the mother of romance book because I've read another books, Happy Place, People We Meet on Vacation, Beach Read, and Book Lovers. And then this one is the 5th book I'm gonna be reading from her. I have a really high expectation because in Emily We Trust, this is her new release of 2024 and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And then the second book we're gonna be reading is This Summer Will Be Different by Carleyfortune. I've only read one of her book. I think it's her debut novel, Every Summer After, and at that time I gave that book a 5-star. But thinking about that book now, I think I'm gonna rate that book a 3 stars or 3.5 because like any other people, I don't like the ending of that book and it's just so unfair. But nevertheless, that book gave me a good time. I didn't read her second book, Meet Me on the Lake, which has the pink cover, but still I think I'm gonna have this one a shot because it's so pretty. And there's this one common thing from Berkeley Romance, that Funny Story has this matte cover and also this one also has matte cover, and it's so pleasant to touch. And then the third and last book that we're gonna be reading in today's reading vlog is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I've read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and apparently people like her second book more than the first, Part of Your World, Yours Truly, but I haven't read that book yet. Here's mine. It's still on plastic wrap and I'm really looking forward to reading this book. But I skipped reading this book and now I'm gonna be reading her 3rd book of this series, and hopefully I will not have any problem reading because I skipped the 2nd book. So that's the 3rd book I'm gonna be reading for the reading vlog. Enjoy! Hi, please kindly ignore my wrecked face because I just got home from work. It was a rough day, but I wanted to give you a reading update. I'm on page 145 now. I really love this book. It's just Emily Henry thing. This is Daphne and this is Miles. Daphne's ex-fiance Peter is now with Miles' ex-girlfriend Petra. They both switched partners in a sad way. I initially didn't love Miles because first thing, he wears Crocs and I hate men wearing Crocs, but Miles, I love him. And this is just one quote that he said and I love it so much. If you don't give other people responsibility for your feelings, you can have a decent relationship with most of them. That's the most important thing in life that we have to do. I really love him. It's just Emily Henry thing that she always creates characters that they always have problems, but we eventually will love the characters. And also, I was ugly crying reading the book. It's not sad, but the way Emily Henry create problem with the characters. Miles has his own problem with his family, and Daphne also has problems with hers. And it's just so touching and I ugly cry in the night. I love them so much already, and yeah, let's go continue reading these. Hi. I'm not much left from finishing this book. I think I'm on page like 350 and this book is 380-ish. I really have not much left. Basically what I want to say is my favorite YouTuber, henry-carley, she said that this book felt fiction rather than romance, and I actually agree with her, because with fiction it's all about the characters and the interactions between the characters. This book, we really do explore how they are actually, how they interact with each other. It's not all about romance. The difference between fiction and romance is, with romance, we know that there are romantic things between the characters and they will eventually got a happy ending. Even though yes, this is romance because they definitely will have happy ending. But with fiction, focus on the writing is all about the characters, and we all have it in this book. Emilyhenry, she could build the world just by words. Felt like Daphne and Miles' story is happening around me. So yeah, I'm not much left until finishing this book, and I already give it 5 stars because it's Emilyhenry, duh. And I really have been waiting for this book to be released this year. It definitely met my expectation. Let's finish this book. Hi guys, so after finishing Funny Story by Emilyhenry, I started reading This Summer Will Be Different by Carleyfortune. So I just wanted to continue the summer vibe, even though Jakarta is raining right now. But yeah, nonetheless, Carleyfortune wrote Every Summer After, which I really enjoyed, but not enjoying her plot twist in the end. And it kind of felt like Every Summer After because it's going back and forth. That summer and now, that past summer and present. I always like when the writer wrote the first chapter like so well, then it will get us hooked into the story, and that's what she did with these. I love the first chapter and I'm being hooked. Also, the best thing happened today. I got Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. My friend actually gifted this book for me. I've heard many good things about the writer, about Lisa Jewell, but have never read anything by her so far, and I actually really looking forward to reading these ones. So yeah, let's go continue reading it first.
So Bridget has been keeping a secret from her best friend, and I don't know because I can fully understand if there's plot twist in thriller, but the plot twist from romance book, and after knowing what the plot twist is, I was not satisfied.
Hello, so guys, I just finished This Summer Will Be Different by Carleyfortune. I think I will give this book a 3.5 stars. That's nothing bad with this book. I like her writing, I love the story, and I love the setting because it felt like we are on a vacation together with Lucy and Felix. And I love how Carleyfortune mentioned about Anne of Green Gables. What holding me from giving this book higher than 3.5 stars is because I'm not quite looking forward to continue reading this book. When I stop reading this book, I will not think about this. I will not thinking about picking up this book as soon as I can. Maybe because the plot is a bit slow, and like what I said, Lucy had a secret from Bridget and Bridget also has some secret from Lucy, and they just dragging around back and forth. I didn't quite appreciate that. The revelation is also kind of meh for me, but how she wrapped up the story, it's so heartwarming. I'm quite satisfied with how Carley wrapped up the story and made that ending. Overall, I will give this
this book 3.5 stars, but still I will recommend these all for you guys. And now we're moving on to the third book of today's video, which summer related, and this one is my highly anticipated romance book of 2024, which is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. And I heard many high praise about this book, and that made me so looking forward to reading it. Let's go reading Just for the Summer.
Okay, here's my final update on the 3 books I've read on today's reading vlog. The first one is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I gave this book a 5 stars because I think that it's just not right to give her any other than 5 stars, because it's Emily Henry. She wrote so beautifully, and the premise of the book is so interesting, and she's just so witty with her words. How she wrapped up the story so well. Every romance always has a happy ending, but with Emily Henry, it's just much more than that. And I think she is so gifted, and she has a really amazing talent on writing romance book and definitely living up to the hype. The second book that I've read, This Summer Will Be Different by Carleyfortune, I also gave this book a 3.5 stars, just as the first book of her that I've read, Every Summer After. It's so good, but as I mentioned before, while I finding out the truth, Lucy has a best friend named Bridget, and Bridget said, "You can't fall in love with my brother." Guess what? Lucy fell in love with Bridget's brother, and just a few days before Bridget's wedding, she just disappeared and moving back to Prince Edward Island, and she called Lucy to come to the island. Bridget didn't tell Lucy why she's in the island, even she's just about to get married, and that's the mystery. And when I found out, I felt like, meh. I need almost the end of the story to find out why Bridget came into the island, what her problem is, and I just felt flat. But Carleyfortune has this way of wrapping the story so well. I just love how the end of the story goes on, but I enjoyed the beginning of the book. But from 100-ish to 200-ish, I felt a bit bored reading this book, but the start and the ending was so worth it to read, so I give this book a 3.5 stars. And then here comes the best book of the year, my version, Just for the Summer. I know it's too early to say that because we're just halfway through 2024, but out of the books that I've been reading in this year, I think it's the best one. If I gave Emily Henry's Funny Story 5 stars, I think I would give this one 6 stars because it's that good. And Abby Jimenez, with his gifts on creating the story, it's not about 2 people, but I think the side plot, she really explored this side plot so well. The family situationship and the family secrets and everything in between. I didn't read Yours Truly, but the characters on Yours Truly and Part of Your World are mentioned in these books, so it's okay to read this book as a standalone, but I highly recommend you guys to read Part of Your World first, then Yours Truly and this one, because it will help us to feel the characters more well. Abby Jimenez, while writing this book, she also consulted with psychiatrist to write this book, so it's very believable and makes sense. All of the things that she wrote in this book, it's amazing, and how she dedicated her research into writing this book, it's so admirable, and I love Abby Jimenez with my whole heart. So guys, that's the end of the vlog. That's the 3 of the 2024 newly released romance that I highly anticipated personally, and I've been on a little reading slump lately, but these 3 books helped me a lot. I'm so ready to kick another book. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, or comment down below if you also have read any of these books. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye bye!